Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh, so good to see you.
So good to see you too, Jen. Where were you? What's going on?
My Jeep, it broke down. And
the Jeep again?
I have new jumper cables and they did not work. And fortunately, I had my superhero shoes. So sorry I'm late. But
that's okay.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
I know you're a busy lady, but I want everyone to meet Valerie and to hear her story and a little bit about her tips to not just entrepreneurs, but any person out there that is trying to find their fulfillment, happiness, and true success.
Yes.
So Valerie, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about you and why you're passionate about helping others?
Oh, Jennifer, I'm really happy to be here, so thank you so much. And I'm passionate about helping others because my life has had its ups and downs, these parts where it didn't seem like it actually should be my life. It's like, whose life am I living? And throughout my career of coaching and training and teaching and working with young people and adults and entrepreneurs and executives, what I've found is that almost everybody has that. Like, we all have these places in our lives where it feels like we're working against the odds and our best life still feels somewhere either behind us or out in front of us. And so I went through that transformational period in my life where I could see something better coming, and I really want to help other people get there and actually get there without working quite as hard as I did to do that.
Well, I know that your book, Living Happy to Be Me, is a bestseller on Amazon. Your writings are all over the place. You're pretty famous.
Oh, thank you.
Although you're super humble. But the book, the title, Living Happy to Be Me, that says so much right in the title. And when I first met you, I saw your happiness totally come through and shine. You made an instant impact. And when I went in and met your students at UCI, they all love you so much. You just radiate and exude this love and happiness. And you're successful, yet you've gone through challenges. What would you say to someone out there right now that's struggling to find that inner happiness? Maybe they're successful, maybe they're going through ups and downs, but they're not feeling super happy.
What I would say to the person who's out there kind of feeling a little off, like successful but not happy, or not happy and not successful, is number one, stay the course, like don't give up. Trust that there is still magnificence available to you in your life.
Do you mind if I take notes?
No, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, you're a teacher. You probably suggest notes.
I encourage notes. In fact, there's data that says when you take notes by hand, you recall more than if you take them on your computer on your phone.
Really?
Yes.
I guess I'm doing something
That's
right.
in every one of my syllabi.
Okay, take notes.
Handwrite notes.
Even if they're tiny.
Tiny works.
Okay.
So, number one is don't give up on yourself and don't give up on life.
Okay.
There's still a lot to offer, even if right now it's not exactly what you want. Number two, the real important thing is look for the common denominator. If people are really willing to look deeply at themselves, they may find out exactly what I found. The common denominator in all the ups and downs of my life was me. And until I was ready to take responsibility and say, okay, even in the down times, I got to own those. Until I was ready to do that, it was very hard, even if someone was trying to help me, for it to really have impact. I had to make some changes that I was willing to go through in order to make things different. And then number three is stay in the highest vibration possible no matter what's happening.
Okay.
And my number one tool for that is gratitude. Even in a sticky situation, even with you being late or running behind today, there's gratitude in that you are safe, you got here safe, we're now having a great time. We both have a love and care for each other that supersedes all of that stuff. And so you just have to look for
focus
the
on
silver lining and stay there. Keep your energy there and then watch better things unfold as a result of that.
My Barbie Jeep broke down, but I still have a Barbie Jeep.
Exactly.
And I know I'll be able to fix the Barbie Jeep, and I have legs to run when my Barbie Jeep doesn't work.
And superhero shoes to carry you wherever you need to go.
I have to focus on that rather than sitting there and thinking, Murphy's Law again, this darn Jeep, and no, that's not a happy vibration. So you have to choose the happy, better vibration. Choose it.
Yeah, and it is conscious. You have to make a conscious choice. A lot of people do the seeing is believing, which means they wait for the cool stuff to show up, and then they say to themselves, well, now I have a reason to be happy. But the universe doesn't really work that way. The universe is a believing is seeing universe. So the more you believe in things, even before they're evident to your conscious eyes, the more of that stuff is going to show up for you. So you have to stay in the energy of, right now it doesn't feel so good, and, not but, and I know that I'm capable of more. I didn't do that so well, and I'm going to look at what I did to see what more I can create in a different way. Or I'm going to get the coaching that I need to overcome whatever inside me is holding me back or keeping me down.
Solutions.
Yes, solutions. We are conditioned to spend so much time in the problem. And it's really important. I mean, I was running a very big portfolio of business when I was a corporate executive. You have to be willing to say, we got problems. Like, you can't pretend they don't exist. The important thing is not to hang out there, not to talk stories about the problem, especially as an individual. You don't want to be lamenting everything about yourself, constantly talking about how bad your life is. No, you need to look at it and go, okay, this isn't working for me. Let's go about changing it. How do I do that? What kind of help do I need? And then how am I going to tell the story differently of what it is that I don't want that's showing up? How would I talk about it differently so that I kind of quiet that energy and open myself up to receive something from a more powerful and higher vibration energy, like gratitude, like intention, like willingness, like grace, like peace, like love, like harmony.
I could just listen to you all day.
Thank you.
I love your advice, and I've known Valerie for how long now? At least 2 or 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I do try and retain some of what I've learned from you, and it does help. And just remember what Valerie's saying. Get her book, read it, follow her on social media, and you have a show coming up.
Yes.
What is the outlet that we can find you on soon?
I launched TV.
All right. So make sure you follow Valerie on that, and she'll be appearing often in our GoGirl content, whether it's the GoGirl magazine, GoGirl Entrepreneur series, of course. I mean, when I really think about an inspirational GoGirl entrepreneur, Valerie is just, she was a speaker at our GoGirl Worldwide event, a GoGirl Empowerment Seminar.
Let's have it again, do it again, do it again.
Yay! And I have to say, even though Valerie is still overcoming having been through a stroke, and you have made so much headway, and I can't imagine what a frustrating thing that must have been, and always, like you're saying, those are the negative vibrations that you have to deal with. It's not like it's in your head, it's happening.
It's happening.
But you focus on things like how to soar like an eagle, and standing up there in front of groups of people and showing this video of an eagle that soars, and you put yourself in that mental situation, in that heart space, and you do soar. And I just got chills, because I'm sure a lot of you that are watching, you do have your own personal things that do bring you down. And you might say, well, people always tell me to choose happiness or cheer up or positive vibrations, but this is so hard. We know it's hard, but they can do it, right?
You can do it, yes. And I think even just telling yourself a different story about it being hard, even on the days when I was in physical therapy and was crying all the way through it because it was difficult. I had to learn to use my whole right side again. I learned to walk again. I'm still regenerating my right side 3 years later. So I totally understand. I get it. This is the longest journey of recovery I've ever been on in my life. It's not easy. And still we tell the story. So when I feel things, my story changes to my body's still not working to, wow, that's a new sensation. That must mean some healing is happening. How do I do more of that? Oh, I don't like going to physical therapy. So what do? I do things that do therapy instead. I go take archery. I go volunteer at a horse clinic. And I just, the act of grooming the horses, lugging, mucking out the stalls. That's physical therapy. That feels better to me than going into the gym and lifting some weights.
And you get to see these beautiful animals and be around that outdoor feeling.
Exactly.
Right. You're focusing on that rather than, my leg and my
not working.
pain.
And there's so many people who go through tough circumstances and then they sort of isolate themselves. I went to a couple stroke support groups right after the stroke, a few months after the stroke, and I was amazed at how many people were in a space of, I'm now less than. I can't talk the way I used to. My body doesn't work the way I used to. And they had gone into a place, in fact, a couple of them, their caretakers were at the stroke support group because the person who had actually suffered the stroke, although they could have come, they don't feel comfortable being in public revealing this thing that their body is now not capable of doing anymore. And that's such a shame because it's your life.
You used to be a pole vaulter?
I used to run track, do long jump, played soccer. Very athletic body.
Right.
It's not the same body. It's still my
but
magnificent
you're not
body.
It
exactly.
Hold you down.
And I'm also trusting there's more potential here than I can see right now. Like I still say, I know I'm going to get to a full recovery. I don't know when. That's divine order. And I'm still stepping into it every way that I can. Every way that I can.
Well, and I wore yellow for you today. I usually wear pink or a shade of pink, but I know you love bright colors. I think we do have things that are still in our control, even if other things aren't. So find those things and have fun with those things.
Yes.
And I love how you talk about, you don't really use the word work much. You always say, Jen, I want to play with you. Let's create, let's play. What would you say to someone out there, and why do you like to talk about it like that?
The reason I love to talk about work in the context of the word play, or in my other favorite word that's on the subtitle of my book, dancing, is because we're conditioned to struggle and strive and prove and work hard. Well, I never liked working hard. I always did it because I thought that's what I had to do to overcome the obstacles and to prove myself and to pay my dues. And so I'm at the place in my life where I want to have more fun, even while I'm creating things that change the world. I mean, I'm about a big vision and a big mission, and I want to have fun and laugh. And I believe that when we laugh more, when we play more, we let our inner child come out and come in. And that opens us up to our imagination and creativity. And that opens us up to our intuition. And that means our brain can get quiet a little, and we open this magnificent brain in the center of our chest called our heart. And when we are heart-driven, heart-led, heart-inspired, I feel like we can go further, faster, and with more ease and peace and grace in our lives. And so I'm really committed to transforming the way I think about this thing that some people refer to as work, and bring a different vibration of me into it by calling it play and making it feel a lot more vibrant and a lot more fun.
I love it. I started driving a Barbie Jeep on purpose years ago, and I roller skate more than ever, and I skip and I sing, and it was something that I decided to incorporate more and more. I got to the point where I didn't worry so much about what other people thought. I didn't always have to be perfect in a suit and so professional. I still try and be professional when I need to be, but one of my former sales reps from years ago told me, Jen, life shouldn't be like, whoa, it should be wee.
Oh, I love that.
And so sometimes when I'm feeling, whoa, I go, you know what? No, wee. And even if I'm not feeling wee right at the second, saying it, doing that, thinking all of these things you're talking about does help get you there, or at least get you to a better, more improved state of being. And it does help kind of like loosen up those binds, and you do feel more free, and you do have your mind expand. I love to ask myself, what if anything was possible? What would I
be
create?
doing? Yeah.
And then you can't always just do that because we have to pay for things and we have partnerships, we have duties. But it is amazing what is possible, but you have to think it first.
You have to go there first. It is believing is seeing. What you're talking about, from the whoa to the wee, is like, I'm a laughter yoga instructor, and one of my favorite things, I use this in my college classes, one of my favorite things in laughter yoga is this transitional thing that we do called very good, yay!
Ooh.
Very good, yay! And I teach my students, so when things are happening and you're kind of like, what? How did I get a D? Or what? My boyfriend just broke up with me. Or what? One of my students came in one day and her bike had been stolen. So when that kind of stuff happens and you're like, what on earth? Why is this happening to me? I can't stand my life. Like, this would be a very good thing to arrest that downward spiral. As soon as you feel yourself going into victim, I hate this, and wanting to fight it and wrestle it,
Not again.
Whoa, you know, go into the we by going, oh yeah, very good, yay, my bike got stolen. Very good, yay, what am I gonna do now? Very good, yay. Interestingly enough, this student did that. We had a little conference and I said, I need you to go to gratitude. You've got to find something in this that you love. A week later, she came to class and she told us about the new bike that she got on the same day as the old bike got stolen. That's a better bike than the bike she had, that she got at some ridiculous price, that she loves better than her old bike, and that the old bike getting stolen helped her to see something that she wasn't being for herself. And then she was able to transform that and move forward. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's not perfect for her, but she did learn a lot by allowing the fact that this thing happened in my life, and what can I learn for it and still stay in the highest vibration possible.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Cool
that.
stuff. Very practical.
Yes.
Sometimes people think when we talk about happiness, it's too woo-woo or too frivolous, or I'm just laughing and that doesn't change it. How is that going to help me? It's not. These are metaphysical laws, and when you work in harmony with them, your life gets easier, better, and you don't work quite as hard.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show, and I wish we had more time, but is there anything else that you would like to say to any of our viewers out there before we have to say goodbye? Yes, I would say to them, whenever life gets a little bit tough, and they say the tough get going, when life gets a little bit tough, go to gratitude. That's my number one thing. Go to gratitude. Find something in the moment that can inspire you into a place of, wee. I like that. How about I'll do a spin on it. Go girl to gratitude. Yeah. Go girl to gratitude. I like it. And guys go to gratitude too. Yes. But go girls to gratitude. Yes. And well, I have something for you for coming in. Oh my. You know me, I always love surprises. Yes, and so do I. Yay. Very good. Yay. So let's see. I have your very own sippy cup. Oh, yay. And that's great because my right hand, as you see, still tremors. So now you won't spill. Exactly. And I've spilled so many things and broken so many glasses. It's plastic, so I can knock it over. How did it go? What was the? It's very good, yay! Very good, yay! And then I have these for you to wear whenever you just, feel like it, because I know you love yellow. I do, so there we go. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! And then I just have some other Go Girl. Oh yes, I have. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like a jackpot here. I think you inspired me when I made this t-shirt design, Choose Happy. Oh yeah, so I do choose happy. That'll look cute on you, and I know you already have a Go Girl hat, but here's a Go Girl visor. Awesome. Will it go over my, here we'll. Very cute. Oh my gosh, love it. And I know you were eyeing my tiny binders. I was, because it has a pink flamingo on it. So now you have one with butterflies. Oh, yay. And thank you. Transformation. Yeah. Butterflies, symbol of transformation. Oh, yes. Metamorphosize. Yes. Yes, that's your song. And a Go Girl hot brush. You didn't get the hot brush yet, did you? Okay. This one will, volumize, and I can give you pointers on how to use it. Okay, because I will definitely need pointers. A regular size journal if you're feeling more normal that day, but you're like me, you're kind of weird. You'll use a smaller one. Some other beauty items. Oh my goodness. Viseo, all natural sleep, and this is great for anti-inflammation, renew for your joints, and it's just awesome. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I hit the jackpot.
You did, but you know what? I had to do something. You got the best GoGirl swag bag like ever.
Thank you.
And I just love you. I love your
I love you
message
too.
to everybody.
Thank you.
And stay tuned because this lady's got a lot going on that you're going to want to know about. And we'll probably have to have you on again because we only just scratched the surface of what you're able to share. But again, get her book, follow her. What's your social media? What are your handles?
Website is happytobeme.net. Social media, positively happy to be me.
I love it. So anyway, go girl for gratitude.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I always do on the count of 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, go girl.
Okay.
So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3,
Go, girl!
Good job. You go girl.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, that was awesome.